Hey Rifters, this is Seonie, and today I am going to teach you how to make a pool table. This is a pretty popular item. A lot of people have been making these, and it's been definitely one of my biggest requests. Everybody's been wanting to learn how to make a pool table. So today I'm going to show you how to make a pool table. Now this design is a little bit more for an advanced person. Novice builders are able to do it, but it will take you more time to do so. These are the items that you are going to need to be able to build your pool table. You are going to need 2 wide library bookcases. You are going to need 6 wooden planks. You are going to need 6 wooden poles. You are going to need 6 green spotted urns. And for decoration purposes that are optional, you can get a wood bundle, an ice cube, and your billiard balls can be either the source stone spheres that you can get from the vendor in Tempest Bay, or you can use the glowing orbs that you get as a reward for the black box puzzle. Alright, we're going to start now. First I'm going to take my library bookcase and I'm going to set it down so it's face down. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my library bookcase right here, and I'm going to shrink it down to the size that I want. So hit your number 3 button and you're going to shrink it down. Now you're going to be using 2 of these, so you want to judge what your length is going to be. You're looking at your width to try and make it look as much as like the width of a pool table as possible. Next you're going to do is you're going to rotate it so it is face down, or if you have toolbox you can go ahead and I believe it's the pitch that you can rotate it to a 90 degree. Make sure you hit your relative, and that's what I just did just now. Now it's completely face down and flat. We're going to raise it up until you can see what is going to be our legs of our pool table. I can see it's still pretty small, so we're going to make it bigger. That looks pretty good for the height. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take this one that we just did and I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to select our next one, which I already have placed out, and I'm going to paste it on top of my other. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rotate it a 90 degrees. Alrighty, and now I'm going to slide it in over my other one so that we get our framing for our billiards table. Now because I use toolbox, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of the flicker. So in my Y value, I'm going to do 0.00, 3 zeros and a 2. I'm going to hit relative and I'm going to move that once. Now I've got no more flicker. Now we'll move it one more time. Still getting a bit of flicker from the front, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my X, I'm going to do a negative 0, 0, 0. Make sure you add your point in there first. There we go. Now that we got rid of our flicker, next thing I'm going to do is we are going to create the wooden planks around the sides of the pool table. So I'm going to set one of my boards down. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enlarge it so it fits along the side. Now, as I had mentioned in my other videos, you want to make sure that when you are morphing something, you want to look at it from all angles and all different sides to be able to make sure that it's just the right height, just the right length, or it fits in perfectly with what you're doing. Alright, now that I've made it the size that I want to, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rotate it so it's standing up on its end. Alright, now that I have it up on its side, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it in front of my pool table. There we go. Now we got our first side done. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to select another board. I'm going to use the paste feature. And the one that I just pasted, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide it over to the other side. Alright, now that we have those two sides done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the other two sides. Now, because your other side of your pool table, the boards are not as thick, we're going to add two to each end. Once I get my first one in place, I'm going to hit copy. I'm going to paste my other one on top of it. Toolbox is an extremely handy feature, and thanks to Ruby and her Tech Thursdays, I now have been able to start learning how to build with Toolbox as well. I'm not as advanced as Ruby is, but it's great with the copy-paste feature, or just to be able to get a simple rotation of an item. It really helps with building things a lot quicker. Now the board that I just placed, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to grab my other board, and I'm going to hit my paste feature, and I'm going to slide it all the way down to the other end. I'm going to copy the one that I just did and paste the other one on top of that one. I'm going to bring that down, and I can see my boards need to come out just a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Perfect, there we go. Now we have the framing of our pool table. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the pockets. So I'm going to select a green spotted urn, and I'm going to set it down on the table, and I'm going to flip it upside down. There we go. I had already sized my green spotted urns beforehand, so normally you would have to shrink them down more yourself, but I wanted to get that taken care of, that way it wasn't so time consuming. And I'm going to bring my pockets out because I like to be able to see the edge of the billiard tables, so it looks like, you know, like the netting of a pocket. Alright, after I did that one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit my copy button. I'm going to paste, and I'm going to slide the other one down to the other corner. And now I'm going to copy again, hit my paste feature, and I'm going to slide the other one to the other corner. Now the first pocket that I did, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that one again. And I'm going to hit paste, and I'm going to slide the other one to the other corner. There we go. Now we're going to do the two in the center. And to be able to get them even across, I'm going to copy that. Paste the new one on, slide it on over. Starting to look like we got a pool table here. Alright, now that I have my pockets on and I've got my my pool table about built, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to work on our cue stick. So I'm going to grab a wooden pole. I'm going to set it down, I'm going to lift it up a bit, and now we're going to shrink it. That looks about good for the size. So what used to take me about an hour and a half getting 6 poles in a perfect straight line only takes me a few minutes with Toolbox using the copy paste feature that Ruby taught us how to do. Now that we have our stick built, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select each one of those items so I can rotate them all at once. Now because the items are so small, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find them in my dimension item list so I don't accidentally click on something else. Now that we have our queue in place, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my wood bundle. And this is an experiment, but using the copy button, I'm going to paste the wood bundle on top of it. Let's see what happens. Looks pretty tiny to me. And we're going to rotate it, I think. Now, if you decide to take the option for the wood bundle for a queue handle, you want to make sure that the center of your cue stick goes through the wood bundle, so it creates a handle. Perfect, there we go. Next I'm going to take my ice cube. I've already shrunk it down quite a bit, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shrink it down more. Show you what it starts off as. When you get the ice cube, you're going to notice that there's a crack through the very bottom corner of it. You want to hide that crack inside your pool table. So I went ahead and I turned the ice cube up on its side, and I'm going to shrink it down as small as it can go. Once I've done that, I'm going to take my ice cube and I'm going to set it down on the railing of our pool table. You want to adjust the height so it creates like a cue chalk square. Now that we have that completed, I'm going to start putting my billiard balls on the table. I'm going to start with the cue ball first. I'm going to shrink that down. And you can place your balls anywhere you want on the table. You can rack them up if you want to, or you can have them scattered. I personally like to scatter mine to make it look like that the balls were just broken. Another thing you want to watch for is your billiard balls will float above the table, so you want to make sure that you push them down just enough to where they're just touching the tabletop. Now that we have that done, this is pretty much a pretty good pool table, but I noticed that our green spotted urns are raised up above the tabletop. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring those down more. I'm going to select all my items around the frame of the table, and I'm going to bring it all down at once. You just do a little bit of fine-tuning work. And there you have it, the pool table. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Take care. Bye.